Well, I think that we all just love stories. We will all just stop what we're doing. If there's a good story, we want to hear it. And I don't know where that comes from. Maybe it's part of our building blocks or our foundation of being a human. So I think, because of that, we're all probably pretty natural at it. Some people might think that they're not, but, look within yourself and you'll discover that not only do you love to listen to stories, but you love to tell stories too. All right. This is probably what got me into writing music to begin with, because I love writing about the local life, local people. My name is Tom Brousseau, and I'm a singer and a songwriter and a storyteller. And I travel around the world doing these things. I never had much luck at all when it comes to you. I just can't get used to that. All you need is a tiny grain of sand. I mean, you'll hear any person say, any creative person, painter, writer, they'll start with one word, and then from that one word will spawn the rest of the story. And even like my notion of some of these people in these actual locations, I know that I just in the creative process, I think that I tend to mythologize things. But then, I've tried to be, as accurate as I can with some of the stories that I write. And I'll try to remember these particular pictures of scenes from when I was a kid, a barn or, the prairie land, and I'll just try to write it as best as I can without, putting too much spice into it. It's all for nothing in the end. A whole part of creating is just staying open and trying to get at what it is that you're trying to do, whatever idea it is that you want to bring to, hopefully, the world. You need to be as free as you can in order to, really pin it down. It's like, it's a tick almost. I have to do it, and I have to see where an idea will go. I don't just pursue any little idea. It's got to stick with me. And once it does and I'm invested in it, I'll spend a year, maybe even longer, just investigating it. So I feel like, I have to do it. And I feel like because I have to do it, it's because I'm just so, I've got to see where the mystery will end, I kind of feel like a detective. You have to stick with it. You've got to stick with music. You have to be persistent, and you have to believe in yourself. And you can't really pick up anything anybody gives you, compliments or any negative feedback. You should listen to constructive criticism, but, if you're just only choosing to listen to people when they say how great you are, that is probably more damaging to you in your career than it would be for somebody to give you a good, strong, constructive criticism. So I think my advice is to follow that original dream that you may have, and to pursue it, and to get to work and do the work. I didn't fear anything, when I was getting into it. And it was a tough road for me, and it still is, It doesn't just become easier. Maybe you just become more equipped to deal with the setbacks and the fastballs. And it's too late to hang it up, 'cause I'm in love with you. I mean, my own thought was, and maybe I wouldn't think this now, but was I would die doing what I'm doing. I would be happy to die doing what I'm doing because I just loved it so much, So I didn't fear anything, and I didn't mind having to go through the hard times, but I knew if I could just stick with it, I would be all right. I just had that feeling. So maybe every artist has to, discover their own grit and figure out how far they're able to go. I think, it really comes down to how open you are or how free you are as a person to be able to pick up on those things. Maybe you're not just born with being able to see that. Maybe, along the way you have teachers, I'm sure you do. You pick up certain things, certain tricks that will enhance and enrich your experience. And then maybe those tiny things that once didn't have any glimmer or shine to them just reveal just depths, you know. And you're able to see it from all different angles, not just one. When I gave my heart to you, it left me empty-handed.